Here are a list of APIs used in LMS by third-party applications. We have Cordis. So for Cordis, we use Create Lead Soap. Cordis makes use of LMS's API to create lead, but this is no longer used as per care suggestion. We have policy PDF URL. So LMS makes use of Cordis's API to get the policy PDF. Next, we have Realm. Realm uses create lead REST. Here, Realm makes use of LMS's API to create the lead. Next, we have Smartech and Credence. So here we have Webhook API. So Credence makes use of LMS's API, but this is no longer used as per care suggestion. We have Smartech push log. Again, Credence makes use of LMS's API, but this also is not in use as per care suggestion. We have Smartech read SFTP API. Credence makes use of LMS's API, but even this is also not in use as per care suggestion. Next, we have push lead. Here, LMS makes use of Credence's API to push the lead to them. Next, FA. So FA makes use of reverse disposition API. So FA makes use of LMS's API to send us the updated lead statuses of the leads disposed at their end, and accordingly we will be updating the leads in our end also. We have push lead API. So LMS makes use of FA's API to push the lead to them. Next, we have Whiskits. Similar to FA, we have reverse disposition. Here again, Whiskits makes use of LMS's API to send us the updated status of the leads disposed at their end, and we will be updating the same in our end also. Similarly, we have push lead API. Here, LMS makes use of Whiskits API to push the lead to them. Next, we have CP Analytics and CP APIs. So here, we have a retarget lead. Here, Analytics makes use of LMS's API. We have update cookies. Again, Analytics makes use of LMS's API. For journaling, LMS gets the URL from CP end with details regarding the plan, product, mobile number, etc. And then we have CMS. Here we make use of create offline payment link API. LMS makes use of CMS's API to generate a payment link, which will be sent to the customer via SMS or email. And then there is payment confirmation API. Here CMS makes use of LMS's API to check the state of the lead, whether it is in payment done or not. And then we have Propero. In Propero, we make use of tag policy API. Here LMS makes use of Propero's API to tag a particular policy to a lead. And then we have Sysentrix. We use Call Connect API. Here Sysentrix makes use of LMS's API to connect the call, initiate connect call. We have State Change API. Here Sysentrix uses LMS's API. We have update dialer details API. Again, here Sysentrix makes use of LMS's API. We have bulk upload API. LMS uses Sysentrix API here to upload leads in bulk. We have Sysentrix app handler API. LMS makes use of Sysentrix API here. We have call to connect. Here LMS uses Sysentrix API to initiate the call connect functionality. There is call disconnect. LMS uses Sysentrix API to initiate a disconnect call. There is customer disconnect API. LMS makes use of Sysentrix API to initiate this customer disconnect functionality. And then there is dialer disposition API. Here LMS makes use of Sysentrix API to upload the status of the lead. And then we have a voice play API. Here LMS uses Sysentrix API to play the recorded conversation. We have a login token API. Here LMS uses Sysentrix API to authenticate login. And then we have login API. Again, LMS uses Centrix API to login. And then we have Cube. In Cube, we use a call connect API. Here, LMS uses Cube's API to connect the call. We have call disconnect API. Here, LMS makes use of Cube's API to disconnect the call. And then Abacus. In Abacus, we use get quote URL API. LMS uses Abacus's URL to get the quotation for a particular plan product. We have token generation URL. Again, your LMS makes use of Abacus's API to generate a token. And then we have LDAP. In LDAP, use LDAP login API. This is used to have employees logged in via LDAP. LMS uses LDAP's URL for this. And then we have Gupshup. In Gupshup, we use SMS URL API. LMS uses Gupshup's API to send the SMS. We have OTP URL. Again, LMS uses Gupshup's URL to send the OTP. We have WhatsApp opt-in API. So here again, LMS uses Gupshup's URL to send the opt-in message. Similarly, for WhatsApp send message, we use Gupshup's API itself to send the WhatsApp message. Then there is Falconide. In Falconide, we use SendMail API. Here, LMS uses Falconide's API itself to send the mail. In All-in-Call, we use WhatsApp notification. Here, All-in-Call makes use of LMS's API. And then there is Authentication API, where LMS uses All-in-Call's API to get authenticated. We have console login API, where LMS uses All-in-Call's URL to log in. And then we have chat history pull API. Here, LMS makes use of All-in-Call's API to get WhatsApp chat history. And then there is a call archive API. Here, LMS makes use of All-in-Call's API to get the archive chats.